Hello, Luiginoids. This is LuigiXRules playing Pikmin 4. In the last episode, well, I know for a fact that was when we finished up day 2 of the, the first day we explored the Sun-Speckled Terrace. And it's kind of interesting how this area kind of acts as, like, a sort of hub area. In in previous Pikmin games, there wasn't really a hub area like this, but as you can see, time's not even passing right now. Oh, hey, yeah. We also, went around and explored the rescue base, saw what all we could do there, got some upgrades for ourselves and Oatchi, and, we did all that at the end of the last episode, so that in this episode we could just go right back to exploring. We're all set over here. The SS Beagle can take off whenever you're ready. Let's go explore. Oh. I don't know why it's taking so long to load stuff. Wait. Ooh, it looks like at 50... Excuse me, jeez. It looks like with 1500 Sparklium, we can unlock more areas. That's just what it says right here. Why am I whatever, you don't care about that. Let's just go back to the Sun-Speckled Terrace. We're only about a fourth of the way done, but let's see if we can chip away at that. As you can see here, everyone, like, comes and cheers for us. Even Schnauz over there is coming and cheering for us. No comments on the onion following us this time, because that's expected. And let's go ahead and move on. Alright, here we are. And hey, would you look at that? We landed in a different place this time. This time we landed where we, ended the last day. Come in, over. As we discussed earlier, Oatchi has grown a bit, so this morning I decided to drill him on his jump skill. Oatchi should be able to move around more easily now, even with you and the Pikmin on board. Walk up close to Oatchi and press Y to mount. Press Y again to dismount. Press X when you want Oatchi to use jump. He should have no problem clearing small ledges. If you keep holding X after you jump, you can build up his power. Hit something with a rush to launch the Pikmin on his back and have them land on your target. Using jump will give you access to more search areas, and a good rush can be a game-changing move in a battle. That's right. We have a jump button. The first, and the sound effect that kind of sounded like Alf, if you ask me, but this is the first Pikmin game with a jump button, kind of. I mean, Hey Pikmin kind of had one. Oh, hey, and there's our treasure radar showing, hey, look, there's a treasure up here. Yep, this strawberry. But it looks like there also is a cave up here that we can enter. The industrial maze. The ground. It started moving. I groped for a way forward, but I couldn't make any progress on my own. I wonder if Moss may be able to help me out of this mess. Well, I mean, let's go ahead and go. Unfinished tasks will be called off. We don't have any tasks going on anyway. And hey, look at that. I guess I didn't really make this clear last day, but we don't actually have to have the Pikmin out of the onion already before we go into here. So let's go ahead and hop in. No onions once again. Alright, and hey, wait a second. Where did Oatchi go? Oh dear, there he is. Oh no, this isn't supposed to happen! Oatchi's all the way over there! Captain, what's the protocol for a situation like this? You and Oatchi need to find a rendezvous point, LuigiXRules. Open Y actions and use L down to select a switch to explore as Oatchi. Yep, this is not Pikmin 1 anymore. After all, it gets a lot of things off of Pikmin 2. Wouldn't want to fall down there. Yep, we have the classic, weird, like, rusty, bottomless stuff, but it's not just like Pikmin 2 in that there's caves. It's also like Pikmin 2 in that there's two captains. Oatchi can't get past this fence. Yep, now that Oatchi's bigger, he can't go there. So we wait there, or we find a new route. We can, however, go over here. Now, it is interesting to note that, unlike Pikmin 2, though, and Pikmin 3 for that matter, there are two different captains, but they have two different skills. Like, If we switch back over to here, we press X, we just charge our Pikmin. And if we go ahead and disband, first of all, if we just disband, then it only disbands one type, and if we do it again, then it'll disband all. And if we try to press X, nothing happens, whereas if we press X with Oatchi without any Pikmin, we jump. That is a difference. But you may notice that Oatchi, you can press A to, like, bite as him, but we can't pluck Pikmin. That is a difference. Now, let's go ahead and switch back. I have a feeling I know exactly what this is gonna do. It's interesting how it's like the industrial area from Pikmin 2, but it uses these treadmills from that one challenge mode of Pikmin 3. We can switch and we can jump on that, and the moving walkways have changed directions. So now we can reunite. First, though, I'm gonna go down here as Oatchi, and go ahead and... Oh, there's just that stuff over there. Okay. Let's go ahead and come back up here, switch back, and isn't it a little cumbersome having to hold Y and then press down to switch every single time? Like, here, let's go ahead and disband some Pikmin so that Oatchi can... So that while we're plucking... Oh yeah, another thing to note, while you're controlling Oatchi, Pikmin will latch onto you, and then you can jump with them. We can't get over that fence without it, but we can now. And then we can grab that. It looks like the Pikmin. And there's some Dandori there. While he's doing something, we can send Oatchi off to do something else. Something is blocking the Pikmin. Find a way to clear the path. Don't worry. As soon as these guys are over, we can jump here to let them get across. And then we can press it again. We can also throw a Pikmin at it. Don't have to jump on it. And then we can get all these Pikmin. You can press Y to ride or dismount Oatchi. If you are controlling Oatchi and he... and then I'm just going to charge y'all with that charging horn. If you try to do something else... Oh, the Pikmin are having trouble. Alright, Oatchi. We need you. So it might look like we're trapped, right? There's no way to, get to the treadmill. Well, if we go ahead and switch to Oatchi, then we can charge over the moving treadmill. And then we can jump on the button to switch the directions. Now, it looks like... First of all, yeah, they'll be able to go down there, but not across that. So we'll do that later. Looks like this is another multi-sub-level cave. Go ahead and make it so that they can get over. And... But yeah, as I was saying, it's a little cumbersome having to switch. Oh, no. Something more important is happening right here. 1,500 Sparklium collected! You did it! Really great job, Oatchi and LuigiXRules. With all the energy you've collected, we could continue the restoration of the SS Shepherd's radar. And also, new gear is now available. It's also worth noting that you can also, get on Oatchi, like, if you whistle Oatchi as the captain, then he'll just follow you, and then you can press Y to ride him and Y to dismount. Or if you're, controlling Oatchi, then if you whistle them, then they'll all hop on immediately. Then you can press Y to dismount. Now... Say, like, you wanted to disband all of your Pikmin, right? You just didn't want any Pikmin on you as you were going forward, for whatever reason. If you press disband, then it still leaves you with some Pikmin, so you have to do it again. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just press one button to do all of that? Well, that's where, if we press minus, shortcut settings comes into play. So you can see, we can press up on the D-pad to access our missions, or left on the D-pad to access the survey drone. And we can only use... left that when holding your Joy-Con controller in solo horizontal grip, so probably not as we're doing now, but I don't usually use this input anyway. You can also do left, up, down, left, right. So, oh no, you know what it's saying down here is that you can't use the D-pad functions if it's solo horizontal. That's what it's saying. You can still use this without it, but... So, there are some very important functions here. most importantly, is switch. With that, we can now just press one button to switch captain without having to go into this menu. Very, very useful. It's minus. We can also specifically disband all. So if we have this, normally, of course, we would do disband twice to get them all off. But we can just press the button once, and it disbands all of them. Super useful. Now let's take a look at some others. I don't really know why missions is automatically set like that. I don't see why we'd ever need to do that. Go to status report. We could go to specific items. Go to base and go here. Go here. We haven't used go here yet. We got to do that at some point. Pack and commands would be nice. ID badges, secured skills, rescue journal. Like, none of this stuff is really useful except for look ahead. Look ahead might be useful. And that would make sense for up on the D-pad. So, we could do that. But, I actually just remembered, though, that I typically do actually set, press in left stick to look ahead. Notice how it overwrote this. I'm gonna make this, pack. Just so that we don't have to hold it all the time. So we can look at our pack, we can use our items. We can hold that to look at our survey drone, to look around. We can disband all. We can switch. And we can look ahead with a click of the stick. All of that with the shortcuts. Shortcuts are so useful. I'm a little embarrassed to say that the first time I played this game, someone in chat, I was streaming this game my first time, had to tell me to assign a shortcut to switch. But we'll see more applications of switching later. Also, I think we got more Pikmin at some point, because we have a total of 45. But we've only collected 2 Flarlicks. Either way, enough stalling. We had a lot to get through with the shortcuts. Let's just go to the next sub-level. According to this, we're done with one sub-level, 50% done with the whole cave, means there's only one more. We haven't encountered anything like a candy pop bud before. Yep, final sub-level. It sure does tell you. And without the song, there's no real reason to stay with that. Oop, and Oatchi's detecting a castaway nearby. We can go through here, and oh hey, there's a new enemy, actually. Can throw Pikmin at it, and then it'll drop nectar. All our Pikmin are all flowered up, though, so that doesn't really matter. We can go through here, and we can, collect, you, and they'll try to take it there, but they can't take it through this. We'll have to push down this bag, so we'll have to go around, which means we will come through here. We will hop on top of Oatchi, and we will jump, and while we're on Oatchi, being on Oatchi, ooh, hey, treasure, is really useful for, oh yeah, duh, of course we got more Pikmin, we plucked them. It's really useful for just, like, consolidation of Pikmin. Here is going to be an instance in which I split up our Pikmin, but I'm going to do it like this. I am actually going to use the single disband so that we still have yellow Pikmin. Because there's some stuff down here that I want them on. Then we charge that, we switch to Oatchi, and then real quick, we can jump up here. And now, we can use another feature here that I was talking about, to go here. See, there's all these Pikmin back here that I would like to, grab. So we can go ahead and press A to send him over there to grab them. And then we can either throw a Pikmin or jump on it, and it lowers some of the iron fences, specifically ones that look like this. Or, yeah, as you can see, good tutorial here. These iron fences with like a thing, with like the grayer thing versus the blacker thing. And hey, look, there's a castaway right there. Yeah, we don't really need nectar. Alright, I don't really feel like controlling Oatchi right now. Actually, ooh, I guess we have to. Because, the captain's trapped back there, or, we are. I guess that's technically literally me. Down there. And we need the yellow Pikmin anyway, so I guess sending you back here was kind of moot. But Anyway, here's a good place to split up here. Alright. Go ahead and disband, just regular disband. That would be a good thing to set, I guess, as well. Get you, get you. Huh, I think that red stuff is, yeah. The thing they dropped here was slightly different than everything else. Than the, like, yellow nectar. Huh? Look at that red nectar. I wonder. Ultra Spicy Spray. A spray consisting of red nectar infused with ultra spicy compounds. Side effects still unknown. I believe that this is that ultra spicy nectar that was mentioned in the voyage log. Keep that sample sealed in a bottle so it won't spill in your pack. There's a decent amount of ultra spicy essence there. It should be useful. We got spicy sprays. Alright. Once again, gotta split up. Oh, we actually don't have enough Pikmin. We're just gonna disband all. Grab all our reds and some of our yellows. And then we are going to come... Oh, yeah, that's right. Hang on. My bad. We already have the Pikmin that we're pushing down the gate. And we will come down here to pick up the magnifying glass while we send Oatchi over here. The unfortunate thing about playing as Oatchi, though, is that you cannot charge your Pikmin. You have to rush. So, the magnifying glass, I'm not really sure which way would be faster if they, like, carried it, like, up and over that way or through that way. But the Pikmin over here are trapped, and I don't want to go all that way. And the train, let's just make it so that the train doesn't have to move that far of a distance. Ooh, it takes 15. You know how rare something like that is in Pikmin 3? But yeah. And now, there's nothing else for us to do. Let's just go back to Oatchi. Oatchi can come over here, charge through this, and hey, look, some leaves. And we can't charge anything, but we can use yellow Pikmin to get there. And we got another castaway. Let's see if it's one of the rescue corps officers. Checking ID info now. I hope it's one of our rescue officers this time. It is the Forest Kingsley from home planet Uji. He took his obsession with flowers to a new level when he traveled alone to this remote planet simply to see its unusual blossoms. That seems like an odd reason to travel. Nope, it's another civilian castaway. A florist out here on his own. But why? Well, that's just ill-advised. It's up to you to rescue any castaways you find. And then we have the magnifying glass, and I guess I didn't point this out on the last floor, but... Ooh, there's a lot of stuff for us here. The Great Adventure series is complete, 2,000 sparkly and new gear collected, and the treasure radar disappeared, meaning that there is no longer any treasure for us to get, which includes castaways, and I believe onions, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oof, sorry about that. You know you're congested when you have to blow your nose a couple times. And then you still feel congested, but, yeah, so, do we even know where the exit is? Oh, yeah, it's over here. This fan thing is the exit. I don't remember what I was saying because I had to stop to sneeze for a bit, but from what I remember, I was just kind of in a lull. So one thing I will say is that in this game, you cannot choose, whether you choose, do leaf, bud, or flower, which is something you could do in the first two Pikmin games and not Pikmin 3, but it'll automatically select leaves if you throw them at nectar. I don't think it's actually leaves, also buds as well. I guess I never really talked about... Oh god, excuse me. The life cycle of a Pikmin where, like, if you leave it underground, like, sprouted, then it grows from leaf to bud to flower. But let's just leave. Unfortunately, we don't really get to see that too much in this game. I don't need to see that every time. Let's see, we rescued one person in the industrial maze, which, yep, gives us pop drive now. And we got, hey, oh-ho? What is this star-shaped metal? Ross tinkered with the appraisal AI. Now you'll be able to see when you've collected all the treasures in a series. There's a resonance in the wave patterns for treasures of the same type that lets us extract even more sparklium. can't say I get the science behind it, but it sounds like we should try to collect a complete series. Yeah, look at that. We got 189 sparklium just for getting 4 treasures, because presumably this is probably the treasure the last in the 4th series. And we are 100% done with the cave! Sweet. We can look at the sub-level details, see that it's just 1 and 2 that we've 100% completed. Yeah, and then we can go ahead and continue on.